Enjoyed in the past and vying with Derek Angle for top of the bill status at the Albert Hall, the continued comeback of the former world welterweight champion. Lloyd Honeyghan now boxing at light middle. He looked a bit rusty against Mario Almeida in January, but he came back with a one-round win a month later. Some great victims among those 36 victories on his record, but time definitely not on Honeyghan's side. He turned 31 last month. Mind you, his opponent tonight is older, Darryl Anthony from St. Louis, USA, the kind of workman-like opponent who can help show us exactly what Honeyghan's got left. Harry Carpenter, once again.
Honeyghan wearing the black trunks against this man from St. Louis, Missouri, Darryl Anthony, who is a year older than Honeyghan. Honeyghan is now 31, Anthony 32. Well, Lloyd Honeyghan, certainly one of the finest world champions this country's ever produced, but those world welterweight championship days sadly are over. And now he's trying to re-establish himself a weight up at light middleweight. And this is the third fight he's had in his comeback. Never easy to come back at a higher weight, and your punches don't seem to have the same effect on opponents as they did when you were half a stone lighter. Honeyghan weighs 11 stone 1 pound for this. He's 2 pounds lighter than the American. Lloyd having his 40th professional fight tonight. Just 3 defeats on Honeyghan's record, and every one of them in a world title fight. And that's a good right from Honeyghan. But having to take a couple in return from Anthony, who in America is considered to be well past his best. He had more than 200 contests as an amateur, and the expert opinion in the States suggests that he stayed amateur too long. He's had 37 pro fights, but there have been 9 defeats. And his face screwed up, perhaps in pain. And the punches are getting through that high guard. And this is more like the old Honeyghan. As far as I can trace, Darryl Anthony hasn't had a fight since June last year. Well, one thing is clear, Anthony has already shown that he can take these punches. Honeyghan's certainly getting him through, and he's getting him through into the body as well as to the head. And Lloyd taking the long walk home, doing a little excursion round the ring ropes before he arrives in the corner. Well, Honeyghan was a great world champion, and his place in boxing the American in the white trunks. Honeyghan wearing the legend ragamuffin on the front of his trunks. He's worn that before. Honeyghan trying to get the right crosser over there, but it wasn't quite timed. It's just over a year ago when Mark Breland stopped Honeyghan when he attempted to get his world title back. And he's got Anthony in trouble now, and this is only the second round of 10. And the legs of the American are looking distinctly shaky. Now can Honeyghan follow it up in the old style? Some of Honeyghan's work these days lacks that little crispness of authority that he used to have. But I don't suppose Anthony would agree with me. And this looks to me as though it might be the end, or very near it. Well, he's beaten the count, but he's going to have a job to survive the round. Honeyghan going in for the finish. And that didn't take much of a punch to put him down. And I think we've seen the end of Darryl Anthony tonight. He won't beat the count. Counted out. Round about 1 minute and 38 seconds of the second round. And that, I think, will be rated as the best performance Honeyghan has put in since his return as a light middleweight. There have been a lot of doubts whether he could really re-establish himself. He had to do well tonight, and he's done well. That's a good win. And having said that maybe his work lacked a little of the old authority, he then proved me totally wrong by finishing off his man in real style. And that's what he's got to do if he's going to come back successfully. Here's the first knockdown. A series of punches, and I think Anthony did pretty well to get up from that. But he got up, still looking very shaky, and this was the finish. A right hand topped him off. That was the one. And the legs simply gave way underneath him, and he didn't beat the count. So, 31-year-old Lloyd Honeyghan, the former world welterweight champion, must be well pleased with that performance. And British boxing will be glad too, because here's a good fighter, and it'll be nice to see him come back, and come back well.
At 31, obviously, time is probably not on your side. I think you would probably agree with that. But are you happy with the 3 fights so far?
Well, who says so? I mean, I'm still here. I'm the winner, no problem. George Foreman give Holyfield a hell of a fight. Dennis Andrew, you know, champion of the world. There's a lot of people up there that is good fighters, that's champion of the world, and over 30. I mean, life is not over when you reach 30. I mean, I feel like I'm a new man because I can't sleep at night time at this new weight, you know, keeping awake. I have too much energy. When I used to fight as a welterweight, all I used to do is sleep. No one used to see me around the hotel, you know, apart from in the gymnasium or when I go running. Now, it's very difficult for me to sleep now because I got so much energy and I feel so much better. I was a little bit too long at welterweight and they finally caught up with me.
Lloyd Honeyghan determined to get back to World Championship status, and in about half an hour we'll be talking to Northern Ireland's Dave McCauley, determined to hang on to his world flyweight crown in his fourth defence on Saturday evening. But it's cricket now, and the West Indies tourists arrive tomorrow, guaranteeing an intensely competitive summer for England's beleaguered cricket.